Jeffersoni. See, I agree that creating group and making group, many people are curious about that. But the reality is, if do we have such group, where do we join? And people they are trained or they can remark whatever mistake you make, because I have seen n number of people they are making group and they think like by joining group I can learn English, because there are so many people doing so, right? But I don't believe that only having a group and joining somewhere it doesn't improve. Only improvement is, let's say, I'm not talking about fluency. Fluency can be improved, I agree. When it comes to fluency we can increase, but when it comes to effective communication skill, we need somebody who may guide. Devanshish, hi Devanshish, I'm from India. Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Hey, Jefferson, right?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Hey, Jefferson. Yeah, you are almost correct, man. Jefferson.
Oh, great, nice. I don't know, my voice is echoing. I don't know why. So, Jefferson, like you said. Oh my God, my voice is echoing. I don't know why.
All right. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from India, and
Oh.
yeah, and you are from Brazil.
I'm from Brazil.
Oh, great.
Tell me. I heard that there are some problems with China and with India. Is that right?
To be very honest, I'm not gonna talk here about any politics or any other situations, right? Because whenever I am an online English teacher, so I come here just for interchange some skill, interchange some idea, having some suggestion and some thing that might help people.
Oh, all right, buddy. All right, no problem.
Yeah,
problem.
because
So can I?
Please.
Can I introduce myself to you?
Yeah, okay.
All right. I'm gonna tell about myself. My name is Jefferson. I'm from Brazil. I'm 26 years old. I'm married, and I'm studying language at university here in Brazil because I'm like an English teacher. So for this, I have been studying English a lot, man. English is my cup of tea. I'm really into English, I don't have kids. That's it, man. Just a little bit about myself for you know.
Okay, great. So you, I don't know, my sound is echoing. I don't know why. I'm disconnecting you, then I'll bring you.
Okay, man.
Please. Oh my God. Hey, Devanshish, I'm from Delhi. I lived in Delhi, but now I'm living at my native place. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Hello. Oh my God.
Assalamualaikum.
Hey, Akhtar.
Hello, how are you?
Great. What are you doing? Doing something? After finish your lunch, then talk to me. Finish your lunch or dinner, whatever you are doing. I cannot disturb you. Yeah, because eating is our own time, so we should not waste that. We should not squander that. Yes, guys. So I can see many people. They are grappling. They are trying to grab the knowledge, but the reality is, many of us they are not aware where actually we have to go and what things we need to follow so that we can be a great and effective communication skill, effective communicator. Uh, what's happening nowadays? There are media that is distracting. Somehow it is helping also. I cannot blame the media because media is the way through that we are connecting here too. So we need some mentor and somebody who can guide us properly, like how, where, what is the way that we have to follow. Because unless we find somebody, unless we find some system that might gives us a right way, right path, we cannot learn it. So even I became teacher. I have been teaching for last 3 years, and before that, because I am a non-native teacher, so I know very well the all each channel, each step where we are stuck and where we face challenge, right? And joining different groups. Let's say if you have a profile, in that profile you have joined around 100 more than 100 group. So that's never gonna help, right? Only joining group can it might realize that I have to speak English, that create environment. I agree, but unless
Hello,
you
sir.
allow Devashish,
How are you, sir?
I'm great, but I cannot see you.
Because I turned off my lights.
No, no, on it because see, being like that, you talking like it is showing dark and I'm talking. Right, I'm a teacher. I want to
So
interact with.
actually,
Uh,
okay. So actually today I joined this app and I feel so shy. So that's why I don't know.
no, you are not lady. You are not wearing sari. Just come out, right? You are speaking well, and being a teacher, I might guide something that might give you great thing because you are speaking, and I can hear that your English is great. So just come out.
Sir, I want to ask you one thing.
Yeah, please.
So when I speak English with somebody, I speak, average.
Mm-hmm.
But I speak with somebody, I feel, I'm very uncomfortable. Now you can feel my voice, then you decide. When I talk to somebody, I feel very uncomfortable, sir. I know what I speak with. आपको मैं हिंदी में बोलना चाहूँगा.
No, no, no. Go in English. Go in English. Go in English.
No, sir, नहीं होगा. Actually मेरी यही problem है.
I want you to make mistake. I want you to make mistake.
No, sir, I can't do this.
No, you can see. I tell you the real story. When I started teaching journey, nowadays the student I have from around the world, they are professional. They are very good in English. They can speak English. The problem is. They don't have faith, they don't have belief, and they are lacking some pronunciation aspects and some phonetic that changes your speaking style when you speak with somebody. So there is some phonetic way of phonetic base that we have to grasp, we have to learn. So what's happening? I give them one-on-one class, and within a month, 2 months, and 3 max to max, they increase their level up to the advanced level. Why so? Because they have already English in their mind. They already have worked a lot when it comes to a spoken. But some they right. So they want somebody who can. That is why one-on-one class is super effective. Right. So, are you working professional? What do you do?
I finished my study last year.
Okay, you are a student.
Yes, right now.
Oh, great. So in that case, that is why I came here. Whenever I get time, this is Saturday, so I thought to come here. And I suggest people not to watch other video only, not to follow other people only. You have to be leader. Leader means that is a language. We just need to exchange, right? We're just exchanging our idea, we're just exchanging our thought, expressing our, whatever things we have in our mind. So that is what we do here. And that is not rocket science. What will happen, right? Most to most we can make mistake. Unless we make mistake, we cannot correct that. So making mistake is the first stepping stone to correct, right, into going towards the correctness. So it happens because my own mother tongue is a dominant language, so it dominates our mind. Whenever we start speaking another language, so we become uncomfortable, we feel reluctant, frightened, and yeah. So that is the first mental problem. It is not a real problem. It doesn't exist anywhere. It is irrational, fear that doesn't exist in reality. So better not to see what's happening here. You are trying to speak, but you are thinking a lot behind the scene that, oh my god, I'm gonna make mistake. So that is the main problem, and this is what I'm telling. Hello, Inda. So that is what problem many people are facing. The professional, they are working at great position. They are very good in their profile, but they know English itself. But the problem is they cannot express before going to the management, before going to their manager, their colleague. They start stumbling. A stumbling means they think like I cannot speak. They start making mistake. Right. Yeah, Linda, please, you may ask anything. Guys, one more thing. If anybody, they are facing challenge and they are able to join class, online one-on-one class, I only give that. I have a student from all around the world. So if you are capable, because that cost a lot, I know. So you can do, but it is super effective because in one-on-one class, you don't need to shy, you don't need to hesitate because only you and me is available there. So each and everything is taken care. I teach pronunciation, I teach phonetic, I teach some grammar structure that is required when we speak in English. Right, so you can join this. Why I am telling this? Because I have seen. Yeah, wanna say something?
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Sir, how can I improve my English? Or how can I remove my hesitation?
Yeah, it would be only by finding some mentor. You have to invest some money, you have to invest some time, because many people, they are having misconception. They think like going online, watching somebody video, I can improve. Yes, it is possible up to the certain extent. You can like improve some fluency, you can improve some confidence, but still the problem is not confident, not fluence. The problem is the effective communication skill. Who will suggest you? Even you are talking with somebody, he is also learning, you are also learning. So at that time only you can exchange your ideas. So in that case it might help up to the some extent, but it's never gonna help, at the advanced or at the effective communication level. So for that you need to do that. Like you are doing some graduation, you are doing some course, university course, there you do that. So English, many people take it lightly and they think like I can manage. No, we have to take it seriously. We have to make it priority. And yeah, Muhammad is saying you cannot learn English. Yeah, it is very true. Muhammad, I agree with you. In a school, we cannot. Because in a school, yeah, there are certain great school. They are charging a lot. The VIP people, so children go there. They have completely environment in English, but few percentage, 5% or 10% max to max. But generally, it is only called like the schools are following English, background. They are following English methodology. English environment, but in reality it doesn't exist. They are only to say. So I agree. Inda, I don't speak English fluently. You can help. Yeah, Inda. How can I help? You wanna join my online class, or what do you want from me? So any guys, anybody can ask here. But let me clear here. Wherever you are navigating means going here to there. Wherever you are leaping, stop that. See your weakness, right? Work on your weakness. Don't try to find any short tips. Guys, see what's happening here. When it comes to our university degree, when it comes to our graduation degree, we are very serious. We start learning, we start joining some college, some school, some university. Why so? Because we think that it is a matter of our career. But what if it comes to English? Whatever career you want to achieve in your life, but unless you learn English, you can still find job without English, but the real dream that you have, it cannot be learned. Linda, if you are able to join my online class, I give one-on-one class. You may approach me, and I teach one-on-one. So just I want to understand, are you a student? Because at a student life, sometimes people think like, no, first priority is the university degree, then I learn English. But if you are working, or if you can uh, do that, right, you are eligible to pay, you can learn. But it is very sure that within 3-4 months you can speak well, because we all, wherever we belong, doesn't matter in which country you are, from which country do you belong to, it doesn't matter. The matter is how seriously you are. Guys, only 3-4-5 months max to max, and you become fluent, you become effective communicator. Why I'm gonna say this? Because we are following many people video, that's all right, that might create some environment to talk with. But is it in reality that you go and you improve your effective communication skill? Who will tell you where you are making mistake? No, we are human. I know our mind works very sharply. We are very talented. Our cognitive means the thinking style, our mind power is ultimate. It is ultimate, I understand. But even though we need somebody who may correct us, otherwise, once the wrong things, incorrect things exist in our mind, sit in our mind, that remains longer, and we start following that, so that becomes another mistake when it comes to English learning. So better not to do that, better not to make mistake. Find some mentor. And one more thing, that what I have realized in my country, even other country it works, there are so many center, basically in American it is called center, T is silent, right? So there are so many center, coaching center, and they are creating business, like they are showing a board. In that board they write like learn English within 2 months, 3 months. But the problem is nobody can learn by sitting or along with 20, 30, 40, 50 student, because there are many students in between. Hardly somebody dare to stand in speak in English. So there we lose our chance. So better not lose chances. Start finding some one-on-one class. I know it matters because it costs a lot, but that is not that much itself, right? You can, or see if something that you are gonna get in your life, something that you are going to achieve, that can change your whole career, your whole life. Why shouldn't I do that? We should do, right? We should do that, because what do you teach? Muhammad, I follow basically American accent, and yeah. So nowadays that is popular. Wherever you go, you will find that. But guys, one more thing, one clarity I wanna go. I follow the American accent, but the reality is Even when you go to American people, British people, they suggest you don't try to stress on accent. First of all, we have to learn fluency, and then thereafter we have to work on pronunciation, phonetic. So once your phonetic is okay, once your pronunciation is alright, it's all right wherever you go, even with IELTS. So I have a student, they are living in America from other country, they have cleared IELTS even though they are taking class. Why? Because even to crossing IELTS, you don't need to have that great English. Only you have to exchange your idea, say whatever they want to ask, what the topic they wanna speak on. So that is easy. But once you cross that, so they people they have already crossed the IELTS, still they are taking class. Okay, thank you for you, but how well learning this? Because it's the first time I use this application. I don't know. Uh, yeah, Linda, I don't teach here. Here, today is Saturday as per the Indian timeline, so I just came here. I don't teach here. I teach on my Skype, right? I teach through my Skype, one-on-one class, right? So I'm not talking about this. This application is like just go live, interact with people, and that is how it works. If you wish, let me type. If I can type here my WhatsApp number, so you can WhatsApp me. Let me type. Right, so guys, this is my WhatsApp number. If anybody wants to follow, all right, Linda, can you you can copy this, because this live recorded live don't remain here, so you can follow me. You can ask me some question if you want by WhatsApp number, right? So this is the application. This is application where we go live and we interact with people. It's not like a teaching platform. Yeah, there are some other teacher. They are from native, so they are eligible. They are going live. If you have to interact with them, you have to pay some coin. That is other methodology. But what happened with me, I teach one-on-one class. I have a student from all around the world. Yeah, guys, so this happening nowadays. First of all, we should not be crazy. Like people, they are somebody. I'm talking about somebody. They are just starting. They are just gonna start their English course to learn how to speak English. And at that time, they are with the mentality that I have to follow action. See, action is not a bad thing, right? Action gives you identity about your country, about your proper province, about your nation. But even though, if you wish, first of all, you have to understand the English, right? Don't need to be insane, don't need to be crazy. Before being crazy, we have to understand, like we have to achieve first level, second level, third level. But in North America, we cannot understand Indian people when they speak English. Do you know that? Muhammad, I'm not talking about Indian English or Chinese English. I'm just talking neutral English. So, can you understand me or not? I'm from India. Anybody who are here or who is here can say me like you are not able to understand me or you cannot understand. Then I can say like you are not understanding me, right? So, Tunisia. Yeah, Linda, wherever you are from, doesn't matter. Nowadays, technology is a great way to interact with people. So, a Skype software is, available in each country nowadays. Yep, I'm saying that because I have a problem with understanding you. Muhammad, you are having problem to understanding me. It means like there is some problem. I have interacting with native people. I have friend. I have teacher, and you are saying like you have problem to understanding me. I don't know why. Just you have to reassure, because you are the first who are saying this. Like I have a problem with understanding. No, I cannot say confidently, depends on your hearing style. how great you are. If you always remain in your area, you have never talked with anybody, then it's all right. I understand, but nobody can say like I am not understandable, right? It is very clear. Means when I speak, even I gave training for phonetics, so right, it's not that the state that you wanna say me. And if you are from America, I don't think so. Being American, you would be here on this application. Why so? Because in America, they don't need to learn English, and they are already great when it comes to their own. Yeah, but even in America, it is a very large, gigantic country, right? Okay, Africa. Oh, great, great. I was talking. I will. Oh, Africa. I understand. But even though if you are from Africa, or you have practiced English, or you have talked with somebody, so it is not that I speak very slowly, right? I speak very clearly, so it is better. It is great level where you understand me, right? If you are saying you are not gonna understand, so it means you have to improve your English, right? And that is a language, that is a knowledge. So knowledge can be learned every time. We can learn it, right? Yeah, so this happen first. You don't need to be crazy, you don't need to be insane about accent comes later. First, we can speak, we native speakers easily. Okay, right. So first of all, you have to improve your base. Base means some grammar structure. See, many people they recommend that grammar is not important. Guys, never never fall with such trap, because grammar is the system that connect you, right? How do you know what to say? How do you know you are talking about the past? You are talking about the future. You are gonna talk about present. Only these all sense with the correct rule. Grammar says just something, right? And that grammar we have to follow. So first of all, we have to follow the grammar. I'm not talking like full grammar we need to learn. We need to understand. No, we don't need to understand full grammar. We have to understand the only things that helps us to speak in English. And then thereafter we have to work on fluency, but you have to be very precise decisively, because once you grab fluency again you are stuck to work on your pronunciation. So if depends like how do you want to achieve that. First of all, you want to achieve by after fluency, then you want to work on pronunciation. It's okay, it's acceptable. But if you want to take your skill from initial at the great way with a good pronunciation for effective way, so in that case you can start with phonetic. So what will happen when you start phonetic? So at least you are able to know each sound, you are able to understand each sound, each letter, how we have to pronounce, because it is the completely role of our mouth and tongue that make a sound, that make a proper sound to speak. So only tongue position decide where and when I have to go to producing a proper or right sound. So that makes sense. Depends like you want to grab first fluency, or then thereafter you want to grab pronunciation and phonetic part. But if I say if you make a blend from a starting, that's great, right? Because at least, but even though for these all things you need some mentor. So guys, initially we can work you can work at your own level, but later on once you think like now you are at least somewhere at the border that you can speak fluently, just hire somebody, just approach to some teacher or some Hello, Haureen. Thanks. Right. So, what will happen? The teacher, the mentor, Sirojiddin, hi all, hello. They will guide you. They will suggest the right way. They will suggest, okay, you can advise me what I do for I speak. Linda, you can WhatsApp me, right? You can WhatsApp me. There is no suggestion. If anybody wants to have a short tip, yeah. So that is what I was advising. The suggestion is just you have to start from base, right? Base means start with your grammar. At least you come on the base where you now understand completely the structure. Then try to connect the structure, right? And try to learn a small vocabulary that is related to your daily usage. You don't need to learn all vocabulary by alphabet series. Many people think like I can go and I can learn all vocabulary. That never works, because why I want to say you about the common, because common the vocabulary that we use in day-to-day life, that helps us a lot because we know what to use. We know the things that comes across our day-to-day life, that things vocabulary to working. So you have to learn base a structure from grammar and just start speaking a small things. Sirojiddin, do you have any a structure to learn vocab? No. If somebody says any structure to learn vocab, it's wrong. What do I say, Mr. Sirojuddin? Whatever things comes across our day-to-day life, let's say I'm living in my room, so whatever things belongs to this room, we have to learn that first, right? We have to learn door, wall, book, shelf, mobile, computer, table, ceiling, fan, freezer, refrigerator, right? So whatever things we have to learn that first. Try to speak about these all things. Connect with the structure and learn it. And nowadays, more than 60% things name we know already in English. So only learning a structure, grammar structure, right? Only learning grammar structure, we can connect the all things by using uh, Sirojuddin. I'm asking how to memorize them and use. You don't need to memorize Sirojuddin, right? So see, if I'm watching the door, I can say that is door or this is door. And whenever you're waking up early in the morning or whenever you are seeing any door, just you have to say this is door. Don't need to say loudly, just you have to use your mental power and imagine that is door. That's it. If you are outside, say that is cloud, a sky. You don't need to remember again and again. Once learn, see that things, imagine that 2, 3, 4, 5 times, then thereafter it will go in your mind easily, right? So you don't need to memorize a lot of dictionaries, vocabulary. All you have to work is like whatever common thing you see on daily life, whatever common verb that we can use, you can use on daily life. Learn that things. You don't need to cram, you don't need to grab all the vocabulary. It never ever happen. Even though if you learn many vocabulary, the all vocabulary will be remembering that you use on daily basis, right? Wherever closeness you have, intimacy we have about some certain things, only that you learn. So you don't need to memorize, you don't need to do that, right? Okay, so this is how a stepwise I was just trying to make you understand that first of all you have to go with grammar, learn the small the daily usage vocabulary. And yes, if you want more improvement, because this is a language, so we need to create environment. For that you have to listen a lot. There are many podcasts nowadays available. Go listen. Whatever you are doing, just keep listening. So by listening, you also grab some vocabulary. I have a great range of vocab, but I can't use them in speaking. They are, yeah, Sirojuddin, it's not your problem only. But just when you are talking with somebody, why don't you keep remembering? Means just have certain vocabulary that you can use, right, with somebody. If you learn a lot of vocabulary, that also create chaos.
Hello, Miss.
Oh my god, see, that is a main problem. I cannot see, dear. Hello?
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, you cannot see because my room is dark.
So, don't you have light?
I have a light, but some of the guys sleep into me. I don't want to bother them.
Okay, okay. So, you want to ask something? Do you want to ask?
Yeah, I would like to ask a few questions about speaking skills and memorizing the new vocabularies. Actually, I have some problem while I'm speaking because I have a great range of the vocabulary and I always try to them actively, but I can't. Some of the words are still remaining passively. That's why my question is how to use all the words which I memorize. How can I use these words in speaking?
You know, Sirojuddin, to very.
But you have, yeah, that's why I'm asking. How can I handle the speaking using the new words or generating the new ideas and keeping it smoothly? This is my problem.
First of all, I appreciate you learn a lot of vocabulary and you want to use these all. So it will not happen. I tell you why. It is a language. So while speaking, only there are certain range that we use while speaking, right? So certain range means, let's say if you have around 3,000 of vocabulary in your mind, that is very general. Even though if you don't know English, you know many of those vocabulary. So learning a very tough and very decent vocabulary that never helps us while speaking. Yes, the vocabulary that we have to learn is that we can use in daily basis, like whatever communication you are having with somebody, whatever things you talk with somebody, just that vocabulary helps us. Otherwise, even earlier when I didn't know English, at that time I used to learn, but that never retain. I cannot retain that in our mind. That will go away. So see what's happening here. Let's say I'm gonna give some small example. So how our mind works. Let's say we are a family. So in family member, we have parents, we have brother, we have cousin. Their name we know very well because we are seeing daily to them. We are having interaction with them daily, right? Yeah, Don, you can ask question, right? We are having interaction with them. So how close we are, how closely we are, attached with something, that remains always in our mind. But there are something, let's say if I'm sitting here and in Japan, there are so many people, I'm learning their name and I'm never gonna use that, means that never happens. Sometime it might came occasion where I need to speak their name, but sometime, so that name I cannot retain in our mind. Why? Because that is not close, that are not usable. So I have to learn first of all our own family name that we can always interact with and we easily speak their name. Then some neighborhood name, neighbor person, then some teacher, some relative, and then some friend. So that name we hardly forget because we always use. Same thing happens here in English. If we learn something, let's say I learned something about the aeroplane part, but the problem is we are never using that because it doesn't comes in our day-to-day life to talk with. So I'll definitely forget that. So that's why I'll never go to learn that vocabulary. I will only be learning the vocabulary that we use in day-to-day life. That's it. Yes, once you are very fluent, once you are very confident, don't need to learn vocabulary. Just keep listening somebody. While listening, you see some unknown vocabulary, note it down, learn it. What will happen next time? Again, you will find that vocabulary because there are certain range of vocabulary that people use. Even they are at great advanced level or they are at the mid level, they use almost same vocabulary. There are some decent, depends on person to person, but even though that comes from the certain range, so you don't need to learn that tough and that range of vocabulary. Instead, using that vocabulary that you use in your day-to-day life, in your relating topic, in related things. So that is what I suggest to my student itself, and same thing I'm just suggesting you here.
Now, do you have any specific approach to learn the new vocabularies? I mean, should I write down them or should I memorize them? How can I?
No.
Can I help
Okay.
them?
Okay. First of all, you tell me, do you use this vocabulary by talking with somebody?
I'm using sometimes, but a lot of the words which I learned are still remaining the passive way. It's not the active.
Yeah.
I don't use all of them.
Yeah. So you yourself given the right answer, right? So that is what's happening here. The things that we don't use, we should not. So what do? I'm telling about myself. I keep listening podcast, right? So that English I have been listening daily. If some unknown vocabulary comes, I note it down, I learn that. But I'm not gonna remember 2-3 times, one times. Again when I listen, I thought, oh, I think I know that vocabulary. Again I see that, oh yeah. Third time, fourth time, it comes in our mind, in my mind. I don't need to cram again and again a list of vocabulary. So that is why I'm saying you, we don't need to cram a lot of range of vocabulary. Better to use that, and better to have the vocabulary that should be from a range that comes in daily spoken, that comes in daily somebody is speaking, somehow by news, somehow by podcast, somehow by talking with somebody, some interactive interview. So that helps only.
So it's not necessary to learn the vocabulary by memorizing.
No, not at all. That is a language. We have not cram. We don't need to cram or we don't need to memorize again and again. Better to use as much you can. So let's say there are some decent vocabulary. Let's say I want to say don't squander the time. Its alternative, don't waste the time. So what I learned, don't waste the time, don't squander the time. So I will change waste with a squander. Right, so this is how I will keep changing some standard vocabulary instead of the base one. So that you can do whatever vocabulary the base, we can improve that up to the advanced level, changing with the alternate. Yeah, Duan, you may ask question. Right, you may ask whatever you want to ask. Yeah, so Siruddin, he asked a great question. It is not with him only, it's happening with many of us. Hello, Chico. Hey, it's been a long time. Yeah, because I have a student from, I'm an online English spoken teacher, so I have a student around the world, so I am very much attached and engaged with them. But today it is early morning here. I woke up daily in the morning, but today again wake up. It is Saturday, and I thought to go live and just have a chit chat with some learner, with somebody they are facing problem, and they are thinking that they cannot speak. We all have same power. It can be a see, Sirodin, what do I believe by you? You have to listen a lot. Keep listening as much as you can, because sometimes the way we speak and when we listen by somebody, they speak. So we improve there also. He has spoken that way, so I have to follow that way. That also helps a lot. So you can follow that. Right. So guys, we all have the same capacity. We all have taken birth with a great power that is called a super duper power. So if somebody, I'm talking about non-native, not talking about native. If somebody, I learned 2 days ago, oh my god, what Mr. Nart, I didn't understand you. I learned 2 days ago, right? So we all have the same power, we all have the same capacity. So if somebody they are non-native, they can speak. Why couldn't I? Right? If they can speak, I can speak. Right? So not mean I learned English just 2 days ago. I learned English means guys, English is not the way like you learned just 2 days ago. Great means even though there is some a skeptical sense means not clear means you have completed some course 2 days ago, or you become very great in English only 2 days ago. It also depends how do you know that, right? So if it comes to some course, I understand that you got some degree, but when it comes to language and you learned 2 days ago, anyway, it's your call. You know better about that. So yeah, guys. So we all have the same power. I don't want to repeat again and again. Only we need the faith. The people they have faith. The people they create, right, the excitement, priority, curiosity, enthusiasm. They go ahead, and the people they are just thinking and not taking action. They are just waiting, right? They are just waiting, not going anywhere. It is like you are sitting at some railway station and you are not boarding any train, you are not gonna inside any train, you will be sitting at platform itself. But the people they are taking action, and they catch, and they are catching, they are boarding, they are going inside the train. They will go where they want to go. So at least okay, not I got it. So at least we have to take action, right? So taking action is the right way. Otherwise we all have same power, same capacity. Never judge and discriminate your skill with somebody. They are speaking well, or you just started speaking. It might be that the person who is speaking well, he has practiced a lot, or he must be practicing daily, and we or I just started. So yes, he has gone through many experience, he has done a lot of practice, that's why he is speaking well, and I just started, so it will take time, but you will definitely learn it. It's not like somebody learned and you cannot, because if somebody has learned, it means it's proven. It has been proved that if he has learned, that is easy. I can, right? So don't need to mistake yourself. Many people they just feel like inferiority complex, right? They think like I'm inferior compared to other. No, Nobody is great. Greatness comes by practicing, by following, by chasing, by practicing, by taking action. So nobody is perfect in this world. Even the perfect people say like they are learning on daily basis. So never ever try to discriminate with your skill with somebody. We all are the same. We all have the same capacity. Not is action matter for you? No, no, not. You came late here. That's why again I wanna repeat, guys. Action doesn't matter. Action is the identity of your nationality. See, I cannot say that we cannot learn, but depends. Only the phonetic correct pronunciation, right grammar structure. So that becomes a blend of neutral English speaking. So accent depends how crazy you are. I agree with you. Yeah, Chico, yeah. So that's happening nowadays. See, even Nat is raising the same question about the action. So why should I talk and why should I go with action? Because action is something particular way, like where we take a birth and wherever we grown up and we live for whole life. That is our own survival, own environment. But English, we don't need to learn in that way with our own dialect. We have to use its own methodology, its own, way. Like I said, the phonetic, the pronunciation, only that will help, right? Only that we need to work on. So action comes later on. First comes how I have to prepare, how we have to learn that. Right. So anybody, if you have question, you may ask. Not always confidence with yes, yeah, you are right. We have to always confidence. Never ever lose our own mindset. Never ever lose our own confidence, because confidence fuels you. Confidence, pave your way to go. So we should not lose our confidence. We have to be very pure. Whatever I am, right? It would be my own. It would be my own chances, own capacity, own way to say something, to produce some result, right? So never ever we need to think about anything. Just have confidence. If somebody has done, you can. In I can. So never ever we need to lose our own motive, our own challenge, our own career, right? Yes, career is really the way that fulfill our dream, that fulfills our all dreams that we have seen to achieve. Do that, guys. That is very easy. Anybody can do that. So, not have you laugh when someone do a mistake? No, I don't laugh if someone make mistake. But there are so many nasty and they don't have mind. Like they have done PhD finding others' problem. So they always try to find. They don't work their own skill. They find people. They make mistake. But unless you make mistake, you will not learn it. So making mistake is the stepping a stone, a starting point to learning this language. So make mistake. Never ever try to think about mistake. Never ever laugh at others' mistake. Because making mistake, this is language. So we have to make mistake first, then we have to achieve what we want to have. So make mistake first. Right. Anybody guys, I think it became a long life, right? So great to asking question, great to having these all things. and we will connect later. Thanks. Bye. If anybody, again, I'm gonna tell you, anybody want to join my online one-on-one class, you can approach me, right? I'm giving 2 more minutes. You may note it down my WhatsApp number. And if you are serious to learn English by paying, it is not free, you may join. Right. So you may approach me, and it is easy. The learning language is not that only you need some mentor, only you need somebody who may guide you, who may give the confidence, give the faith. So giving faith, giving confidence makes you a great person, makes you an effective communicator, because only watching somebody's video and listening sometimes doesn't takes us towards our own target. So somebody needs for few months. I'm not talking about years and years. So if paying for a few months, 2 3 months, can change your career, can change your life journey, why shouldn't I join somebody? I have many professionals, they are great already in English, but they are learning it for phonetic, for confidence, for grammar structure. All right. Once they become fluent, once they become effective, they grab another opportunity. They grab next position. Do you think English is easy to learn? Not yes. Now I think, because now I have been teaching. I have proved many times. Many people, they were believing, right? They were believing that they cannot learn. I made them speak English with, effective way. Yeah, it takes time, it takes dedication, it needs priority, it needs effort, but it can be learned. It is not that we say in our mind. Right. So thanks, guys. Bye bye. If I'll get time after teaching, I'll definitely connect again. But just think like you can. If anybody can learn, you have the superpower compared to other. You can do better than other. You can perform better. You can become better than others. Right? Never ever compare with other superpower that you cannot. You can do better. Depends how dedicatedly you are gonna do, how effectively you are taking action. So don't need to squander the time, then need to sabotage it. Start working on your own communication skill. Thanks. Bye. If you want to have a class, one-on-one class, you may join my class. I have shared my WhatsApp number. It is only for those, they are really serious. They want to build their career. They want to achieve their English knowledge at the effective way. They may approach me only. Right? Thanks. Bye.